Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. For those of you who don't know me, my name's Sam. I'm a professional hairstylist, and in today's video I'm going to be doing a story time while I get ready. I have a few videos that I need to record today, so I figured while I'm getting ready, why not kill two birds with one stone? I was going through and deleting some old text messages a few days ago, and I came across this conversation, and it reminded me of this story that happened, and I was like, oh my god, I almost completely forgot to share this one. If you are new to my channel, just a little disclaimer, I share these storytime videos as entertainment, but also because anytime I have some type of negative experience with clients, I try to turn that into a learning lesson, and I try to grow from my mistakes and avoid getting in those situations again in the future. And I feel like sharing them, especially for other cosmetologists out there, can be really relatable and also a great way for you to learn from my mistakes and hopefully avoid getting in these situations yourself. Before we get into the story though, I do have a sponsor for today's video, so quick little shout out to Dossier. They basically make dupes of well-known high-end brand name fragrances. I love perfume, I wear it every single day, but it's expensive. So I love Dossier because all of their fragrances are $29, which is so much more affordable compared to those like $95 and up fragrances, and you're getting the same high quality ingredients, the same amazing smells. And what's cool too is on their website they list the fragrances based on the brand name that they're inspired by. So if there's a particular fragrance that you're looking for, it's really easy to find the dupe on their website. So when you place your order, it comes in this cute little box and you get a little card, and they tell you the fragrance name, which brand name fragrance it's inspired by, the notes, and then they explain their return policy. What's cool about them too is that you get your big size bottle, but then they also give you a little tester size. So you can spray the perfume on. Mine, I've been using this so much that my tester is completely empty now. So you can actually sample the fragrance first, make sure that you actually like it, and if for whatever reason you're not feeling it, you can return it for free, no questions asked. So I got Floral 5, which is inspired by Chloe's Chloe, and then Oriental Woody 1, which is inspired by Chanel's Coco Mademoiselle. Floral 5 has been my go-to staple everyday perfume this summer. I've been wearing this for a few weeks now, and the quality is amazing. That was something I was a little skeptical of, like, is this actually gonna like stay on me and last all day long? And it does. And I'm telling you, I have never gotten complimented so many times on my scent. So many people have been asking me what I'm wearing, and they can smell it on me even after being in the salon working for multiple hours. The quality really is there with them. And then Oriental Woody definitely is going to be like my fall and winter scent. This just smells a little bit like warmer, where the floral is just like a lighter, more summery scent. So if you guys are interested in trying out Dossier for yourself, I will have a link down below along with a discount code, so make sure you go check that out. And thank you again to Dossier for sponsoring this portion of today's video, and thank you to you guys for giving me the opportunity to work with sponsors. Alright, so let's just jump right in. I'm not going to be focusing on the makeup really, so if I'm not mentioning something and you're curious, all the products that I'm using will be listed in order down in the description, so go check that out. So this story takes place in spring of 2019, so a little over a year ago. So just as a little backstory in case you don't know, I do work in a hair salon and I specialize in hair color. And I did used to do makeup on clients just a little bit here and there, mostly like when I was in cosmetology school and then like fresh out of school. But it was never really something that I like wanted to focus my career on. Like hair color has always been my #1 passion. And I would post pictures a little bit on my Instagram, but again, it was not something that I really like advertised or promoted or anything like that. And at this point in the story, again, spring of 2019, at that point it had been like about a year since my last makeup gig. So at this point, I was not doing it at all anymore, was not posting any makeup photos. So I'm at the hair salon one day, on a day when the salon is closed. We're having a staff meeting. We're sitting in the front like waiting room area. We all got our notebooks out, you know, whatever. We're talking about salon stuff. And a car pulls up all of a sudden. So this girl and her mom get out of the car and they're walking up to the door, and I'm like, okay, that's weird because we're closed, so none of us have appointments, and we'll call the girl Ashley for the sake of this video. So Ashley comes in with her mom and they're asking for me, and she's telling me how she watches my videos on YouTube and she follows me on Instagram and she loves my work, and her prom is coming up and it's like her dream for me to do her hair and makeup for her prom. I don't know if she actually is like a longtime viewer of mine, if she still watches my videos, if she's gonna be saying this. If she does, hey girl, no hard feelings. But yeah, I was just very flattered, of course. And I've had viewers who find me on YouTube come and get their hair done before, but at this point my channel was still smaller, so it wasn't like as common of a thing. So I was just like, oh my god, you know, so flattered. This girl was so cute. She was very like quiet and shy and timid. Oh, and by the way, just like some extra information, that's their dynamic. Like Ashley, the teenage girl, very shy, very soft-spoken, and then her mom was like the total opposite, like very extroverted, loud, talkative, a people person, and you could tell that her mom did like a lot of talking for her. She was saying that she wanted hair extensions and she just wanted to wear her hair down and have like beach waves. And she was asking about the hair extensions that we do there because at the time we offered tape-in extensions, which are like a more permanent type of extension, and they're also very expensive. So we're doing a consultation. We like pause our staff meeting so that I can talk to this girl and her mom. And also this girl, you could tell, was a little bit more of like a tomboy. Like she wasn't a super girly girl, not the type to really wear makeup or do her hair, has never had extensions before. So I'm like, okay, well, if you're just looking to have your hair be a little bit thicker just for prom night and you don't want anything that's going to be like permanent and require any kind of like upkeep, then the tape-in extensions are not the way to go, because it's too much money and it's just not worth it. And I just, you know, it's not going to be the right choice for you. So I'm talking to her about clip-in extensions. I'm explaining to her how they work. I'm telling her where she can go, how she can go to Sally's and which ones to get. I'm like writing down information for her and her mom. And then we're talking about the makeup and I'm like, you know, I'm so sorry, but I don't do makeup anymore. And it's not even just a matter of like, well, I don't want to do it and we don't have it on our list of services, so I'm not doing it. When you are doing makeup professionally, you need a kit, obviously, and you need a lot of products in your kit because you need to have a wide range of foundation shades, a wide range of bronzers and blushes and you know, all different kinds of products. And makeup products expire after a while. And so if you aren't doing makeup regularly on clients, it gets really expensive to keep your kit like fresh and up to date. So at that point, I didn't have a kit anymore. Like all of the products that I used to use on makeup clients either expired and I had to throw them out, or I just like put them away with the rest of my own makeup. So if I were to do makeup on her, I would have to go out and like buy some new products. I would need to take the extra time to like put a kit together specifically just to do her makeup. So I was like, you know, I'm so sorry, I don't do makeup anymore, but I can definitely do your hair. If you want to wear it down, I will install the extensions for you. These are the ones to go get. And when I told her that, she was so disappointed. And like I said, she was just really sweet, and here I am feeling so flattered that she came in and like specifically is requesting me and is telling me how she watches me online and, you know, is a big fan and da-da-da, and it's like, well, how can you say no to that, you know? And her mom's like, oh, well, can you please, like, you know, she just loves your work so much. And I'm like, okay, well, you know what, I guess I can make a special exception for you. So we're going to schedule the appointment for her to get her hair and makeup done for her prom. And her mom is like insisting, oh, can we do a trial first? Usually it's more common to do that for weddings, where you have a trial session where you do the person's hair and makeup and you just, you know, try out different things and see what it is that they want. So that way they can see how the hair and makeup looks ahead of time. Then the day of, you can just go do their makeup, get it done real quick, and there's, you know, no issues. It's a lot smoother of a process. But usually prom girls don't really do trials. Trials cost additional money, and usually girls that are going to get their hair and makeup done for prom aren't looking usually to spend a crazy amount of money because they're in high school still. But her mom was insisting like, oh, can we do a trial first, just for the makeup? So we ended up scheduling 2 appointments for her. One for the makeup trial, and then the other one for her hair and makeup the day of her prom. I was very booked at the time, I think for like the whole rest of the month. But of course, me being me at the time and feeling really bad, I scheduled her on a Sunday, which is not only my day off, but the salon is closed that day. But then something ended up happening and I think somebody had to reschedule. So I texted her to see if she could come that Saturday instead, because if I have time available on a day, on a normal working day when the salon's actually open, I'd rather her come then than have to come in on my day off, right? Makes sense. Okay. So I texted her, hi Ashley, it's Sam from Headdress Salon. We had scheduled a makeup trial for Sunday the 5th, but would you be able to come the day before, Saturday the 4th, instead at 1 o'clock? Now this was April 24th, so this was like the week before. So I was giving her plenty of notice. She said, hi Sam, no worries. Is it actually possible to have it earlier in the morning because I have a game that day at 1:30? And I said, yeah, can you do 9? Which, the only time that I had that day was 1 o'clock, but she needed to come earlier, so I was gonna come in an hour early. Normally I start at 10 o'clock on Saturdays. Then I just wanted to clarify because I think we had talked about how much her hair and her makeup would be, but we didn't talk about the trial because her mom brought that up and kind of threw it in like last minute when we were putting the appointment in. So I just wanted to make sure that she was aware that that was something that was going to cost extra and that it wasn't like included in the price for everything else. So I said, you're welcome. Also, I don't think we discussed it when you guys came in, but the trial will also be $60. However, if you want to skip the trial, you can just send me some inspiration photos so I'll be prepared the day of prom. I gave her the option because, you know, I understand if that's too much, if she has a budget she's trying to stick to. I don't want her to feel pressured and be like, ooh, you know, that's more money than I was expecting to pay. Because again, like a trial isn't necessary for, especially for prom makeup. And also, so you know how I said that the dynamic between Ashley and her mom is that she's very quiet, her mom is like more outspoken. I could tell with our text messages, it was very clear. And I don't, maybe I was talking to her mom the entire time. Maybe all of the messages that she sent me was her mom, or her mom telling her what to type out. But there definitely were times where it was like 100% obvious, like that is 1000% her mom texting me right now. And so her response totally sounds like her mom. She said, thank you so much for letting me know that I can send you some inspiration pictures for prom. I would still like to do the makeup trial with you. That way I can plan out ahead of time my makeup look and get some creative ideas from you and ultimately be ready for the day of prom. May 4th at 9 a.m. sounds perfect. Thank you, Sam. And the reason why I say that that sounds just like the mom is because her mom, I noticed, whenever she was talking, she always, like practically every sentence that came out of her mouth, she would address whoever she was talking to by their name. Like when she was talking to my boss, she'd be like, oh my god, absolutely, Courtney, definitely, oh Courtney, you're so right. So anytime she was like addressing me by name in the text message, I was like, that just sounds like her mom. So I said, okay, perfect, I will see you then. She said, thanks. The day of her trial comes. I get there nice and early, set up all my stuff. She comes in, I'm doing her makeup, everything's going really well. She's so sweet, her mom is so nice, we're having a great time talking. I asked her, you know, do you have any inspiration photos? Let me see a picture of your dress, the usual kind of questions, just so I can get an idea of what kind of like color palette are we going with. I do her makeup, I hand her the mirror and I'm like, okay, what do you think of this? And if there's anything that you want me to do differently, let me know. We can always add some more, we can take some away. Whenever I'm doing makeup, because I just like a more natural face, and I felt like for her, because she's never had her makeup professionally done before, she's told me that, she has never had like a full glam face of makeup at all. She's not someone who wears any makeup normally. She doesn't do her hair. Like I said, I'm gonna obviously keep it a little bit softer and more natural, and then if she wants to add more, we can always add more. I don't want to shock her by doing anything too heavy and have her feel like a drag queen or something. She looked beautiful. Her mom was loving it. It looked really good, and she loved it, but she was like, can we actually add a little bit more? Like, I want to add some more glitter to the eyes and make the eyes like a little bit more dramatic. And I was surprised by that, but I was like, yeah, absolutely. So I add a little bit more. Spin her around. She loves it, and you can tell a difference between someone who's just like, oh, thank you, I love it, and they're just saying that to be nice, versus somebody who like truly can't stop looking at themselves in the mirror and is like fighting back tears because they've never felt so beautiful. It was one of those moments where it's like, you know, this is why I do what I do. It was just great, and I was so happy, and I was like, I'm glad that you love it. Perfect. We got your look figured out. This is exactly what we'll do the day of prom. She also had brought her hair extensions in that day, so I could take a look at them and make sure that they looked like the correct type and the right color and all that kind of stuff. Her makeup trial was May 4th. So May 4th, she came in, we did her makeup, she loved it, she was super happy. Her prom was on Saturday, May 11th. So then May 9th, at 8:30 p.m., she texts me. So this is technically not even 2 full days before her prom and the day of her appointment. Because her prom was on Saturday, she was supposed to be coming in that morning, so she texted me Thursday night at 8:30. She said, "Hey Sam, it's Ashley. I just wanted to let you know in advance that I think I will just be natural for Saturday's prom and just use some moisturizer and lip gloss, because since I'm not used to wearing makeup, I wouldn't really feel myself in it. I just wanted to let you know I absolutely loved it, and I'm still going in for my clip-in application and beach waves on Saturday at 11 a.m. I would also like to know the price of my hair so I can come prepared on Saturday. Thank you so much, and looking forward to it." At the salon where I work, we have a 24-hour cancellation policy, and we ask that if you need to reschedule or cancel your appointment, you give us at least 24-hour notice so that we can then fill that appointment time with somebody else. Because like I said, at the time, I was very booked. So much so that I didn't have any appointments available for her trial. I had to originally schedule her on my day off, and then I ended up coming in early. So technically, she was within the 24 hours of our policy, but keep in mind, I wasn't doing makeup anymore at the time. I made an exception for her. I put my kit together. There were a couple products that I had to go out and purchase to do her makeup, and then after all that, after telling me it was her dream to get her makeup done by me for prom, and like begging me practically to make an exception and do her makeup, even though I told her I don't do makeup anymore, coming in an hour early to do the trial that she insisted on having, after all that, she decides that she doesn't want to do makeup at all anymore. And okay, well let me read you my response. So I said, "Hey, are you sure about the makeup? If you don't want to do the glitter eyeshadow, we can keep it natural and more toned down, just flawless skin and some mascara. But considering you have such a beautiful, elegant dress, I think going barefaced would look incomplete. It's up to you, of course, but prom is your one time to get really glam and dressed up more than you normally would." Because her dress, I don't remember like exactly what it looked like now, but I remember thinking like, oh wow, it was like an over the top, like really nice, probably expensive dress. It wasn't like it was just a simple, understated, solid colored dress. It was making a statement. So to show up to prom in such a dress like that and have a bare face and no makeup on at all, like, what? Especially like it's prom. Everybody's gonna be showing up fully glammed up, fake eyelashes on, and I understand if you don't normally feel comfortable wearing makeup, you aren't somebody who wears it, of course, that's fine. But it's not like this is just a regular day at school. It's your prom. It's kind of expected that you're gonna have a full face of makeup on. It just doesn't make any sense to me. Especially because she was so gung-ho about getting it done and about having a trial and being planned out. So she responded, and again, I'm pretty sure this was her mom. "I would absolutely love that, Sam, and I would love the glam with you for other events that I have coming up for my birthday." You're gonna go full glam for a birthday party, but not for prom? I just feel like since I'm usually like tomboyish in school and stuff and don't really wear makeup, I don't want to show up like too glammed because I wouldn't feel myself, LOL. I loved the makeup and thought it was literally the best, all caps, makeover I ever got. It was amazing, all caps. I just feel that my dress has so much going on that I just want to worry about my hair and be natural for my face. Thank you so much, with a smiley face. That's fair enough. She changed her mind. She felt not herself. And I was telling my boss about it, and she was like, I bet she probably is just going to end up doing it herself. or like have one of her family members do it. So I responded and I said, as for your hair, the styling costs $75. And then I said, no problem, I just want you to feel comfortable. Thank you for letting me know ahead of time. If anything else changes, please let me know ASAP so I can fill my schedule with clients on our waiting list. So she said, sounds perfect, Sam. Thank you so much for everything. I'll see you on Saturday. And remember, the text before that, she was very specific. She was like, I absolutely loved it. I'm still going in for my clip-in application in Beach Waves on Saturday at 11 a.m. Fast forward to the day of prom, Saturday, May 11th. Her appointment was at 11 a.m., right? 11 o'clock rolls around, no Ashley. 11:10, no Ashley. 11:15, no Ashley. So I'm like, okay. At 11:17, I text her and I said, hey Ashley, just checking to see if you're still coming in for your hair appointment. She replies, OMG, hey, I sent you a text yesterday actually to cancel. My sister surprised me and is going to do my hair. Thanks so much and sorry for any inconvenience. Hold on, let me just finish my lips really quick. Here is my response to her. I never received a text. Regardless, as we discussed, we do have a 24-hour cancellation policy, so if you book a future appointment, there will be a fee added to your service equal to the full amount of today's missed appointment. It's disappointing because we had this appointment booked from weeks ago, and had I been given advance notice, I could have filled the spot with other guests on my waiting list. So now I had like at least an hour of time blocked out in my schedule for this girl that I'm just sitting around, because as hairstylists, especially if you're commission-based like I am, I'm not getting paid a set salary. Like, I'm not getting paid just for showing up to work. I get paid for the services that I'm actually performing. So if I have an empty gap of time in my schedule where I don't have any appointments, I'm making no money during that time. And for her to say, oh, I had sent you a text, that's bullshit. Because we had been texting back and forth multiple times. I wasn't missing any of those text messages. My phone wasn't acting up. I had good service. I didn't miss any texts from anybody else. It's too much of a coincidence that the one text that she supposedly sent canceling her appointment last minute is the one that I magically, for whatever reason, didn't receive. And she has an iPhone, by the way, so it would have told her if the text was delivered or not. So clearly, if she did send this text message, which I really don't think she did, she would have seen that it wasn't delivered. Therefore, you'd think that you would want to like really make sure that I'm getting this notification. Call the salon, leave a voicemail if nobody answers, take an extra step. I went above and beyond to come in early for you, to put together a makeup kit and do your makeup, even though I told you that I don't do makeup anymore, and you can't send a second text, make a phone call, leave a message, make sure that I am aware that you're not coming. And I can't fault Ashley because she's a teenage girl, and so I can just chalk it up to, well, she doesn't know any better. But her mom was so involved in the whole entire process. She was there when she came in to schedule the appointment originally. She was there during the trial. I'm pretty sure her mom was the one texting me, if not the entire time, at least half of the time. So her mom, as a grown woman, should know better. But it's just frustrating because, not only did I lose out on that appointment time, wasted my time putting my makeup kit together, just felt really taken advantage of and like bamboozled and like a fool. But I also spent that time doing the consultation with her when she walked in on the day that the salon was closed. And usually we charge a fee for consultations. So the fact that I did a consultation with her on my day off, interrupted a salon meeting we were having, didn't charge her for that consultation. I wrote down all this information for her, helped her out, telling her what extensions to go and get. So no call, no shows are something that they're hard to avoid. At this point now, we do require that people book their appointments online and that they put a credit card on file so that if that ends up happening, we can charge their card. I think at the time we were doing that too, but because she came in person and I put the appointment in on the computer for her, she was able to like bypass that whole step. It's just a thing that's gonna happen. I don't think there's any stylist out there in the world that hasn't experienced that at least once. So the fact that she didn't show up isn't what bothered me the most, because you know, I've had already had that happen to me so many times. It was, like I said, just the fact that like I made all these exceptions and was like really trying to go above and beyond for her. So at this point now, and don't get me wrong, of course I'm gonna always go above and beyond for my clients, and I want them to have the best experience possible and feel special and all that kind of stuff. But there's a fine line between going above and beyond and then not having any boundaries and allowing yourself to get taken advantage of. So at this point now, I have very strict, strong boundaries. I do not come in on my days off at the salon. I do not come in early. I do not stay late. If you don't have boundaries, especially in an industry where you're working with the public, people are gonna take advantage of that. You can't always assume the best of people. You can't assume that everyone is going to appreciate the things that you do for them and respect you. What's gonna end up happening is you're gonna end up resenting your work. You're gonna hate what you do, you're gonna feel really burnt out and overworked, and you're gonna be miserable. You need to keep things on your terms. You need to be the one that's in control of your career and your schedule and your own rules and your personal boundaries. That, I mean, doesn't just go for the cosmetology field, that's even just for your own personal life. And don't allow yourself to feel guilty like I did. Oh, this girl, she's young, she's so sweet, soft-spoken, she says that she loves my YouTube videos, oh my god, I'm so flattered. You watch my videos, I appreciate that so much. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. But here are my hours. Here are our list of services. This is what I do, this is what I don't do. These are the hours I work and the days I work, these are the hours and days I don't work. And that's that. And I have to say, looking back now, like I said, this was a little over a year ago, I have come a very long way. I do not let stuff like this fly anymore, at all. Like, I'm at a point now where, and I think it just comes with time and with confidence, like I'm just so much more confident in myself and I'm not afraid to tell people no anymore. That's gonna be it though for this video. Like I said, the products that I use, I mean, this makeup is very simple, nothing crazy, but everything that I used will be listed down in the description. Also, don't forget to go check out that link to Dossier if you want to go get some luxury fragrances for a more affordable price. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, found it entertaining, learned something from it. Make sure to give the video a thumbs up so that I know you like these and I can do more of them in the future. That's gonna be it for me. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in my next video. Bye.